I just got back from a meeting with a client who recently was diagnosed with bowel cancer. And when it comes to cancer, you can actually do a lot of difference with diet and the right diet. But what about this specific case? Well, usually when you're diagnosed with cancer, what happens is that you go through a cycle of either chemotherapy or immunotherapy. And in this case, it was actually immunotherapy, which is much better than chemotherapy. And then oftentimes you also go through a resection, so you need to resect the cancer from your bowel. So there's different stages that you go through, and in different stage you need to follow a different diet. And one of the pivotal aspects of the diet related to bowel cancer in relation to preoperative and postoperative, but also perioperative, is fiber. So fiber should be reduced right before and right after the surgery. But then in the long term, but also as a prevention, a high fiber diet can really make a difference, because a high fiber intake is related to bowel health. And then when it comes to body weight is a significant factor that needs to be taken into consideration every time you're dealing with a person who's going through cancer, because losing weight can really be a determinant for poor follow-up and a poor outcome in the future. And this is often related to the fact that depending on how the surgery goes, depending on what kind of treatment this person is undergoing, if it's very tough like chemotherapy, there's often a consequence on appetite. So reduced appetite can cause weight loss, and weight loss can also reduce the likelihood of having a very good follow-up and recovering from the surgery, and also fighting against this disease. So in this case, I mean, when a person is losing too much weight, what you do is you actually increase the amount of healthy fat. So fat from fish, nuts, avocado, olives and olive oil. So you package more calories essentially into the same amount of food, because this person is not going often to have large portions. And finally, when it comes to prevention of this type of disease, studies show that dairy products can actually be important. So keeping a certain amount intake of a certain amount of dairy products, yogurt, hard cheese, can be very good for preventing bowel cancer, but also having a diet rich in fiber.